Madam Abigail. Sorry, I wasn't really stable when you were, but then I was hot. Not even only just hot, also inspired. But it's on that, my the announcement I want to make, in one way or the other, has connection with Abigail. In fact, I want to make an announcement on what the Anna Osun is having at hand to do for the writers in totality, most especially young writers. Now, we at the Anna Osun planning to constitute a teen authorship scheme that's inviting the young writers and coming around in Osun State. Like something you said the other time, like even when you were writing, some of your friends will tell you that, well, you're just wasting your time. This one will not take you anywhere. This one, this. So those are discouraging words. And reflected from your presentation, despite all the discouraging words, you get moving. Even when you first came in to make an address, and even talk to us like, you advise, and from the words of your advice, it's reflected in you. And that's your words of advice, that whatever you are, they just keep on doing it. So, meaning you did not just only advise, you are also an epitome of the advice you give to people, because you also continue moving, even despite discouragement from friends and the likes. See, I would just say it is not today that you have been invited to come around, making presentation of your work that you have written. You have been invited to so many places too, and here today in Ghana, they are invited. And there's something I want to see in you. And that thing is just this: that those of your friends who were like discouraged, do not never see it as discouragement, or rather, all those words that appear like discouragement, they are energy that keeps you moving. Because if those words do not come, you would not have probably had a heart of your own. You would not have probably summoned the courage that I will do it. And that courage is something that I will do it. Look at it now. Fine. If you had the idea of what it looks like, your picture has gone viral.
Exactly. Ben.
Your name has gone places.
Exactly.
Anna has promoted you.
Yes.
That do not be surprised that some of the things you are just here. You're looking at it that we're just in this small building. But you see, internet is a bigger world. So now, some people have heard about you. A number of people who are not physically present here today, they have read about one author, a teen author in Osun State who presented in Anna today.
Yes.
They read about you on internet. So, meaning when you continue like that, you go higher, you go bigger. Yet, surprisingly, if we have some of the friends who probably discouraged or who serve as engine for you to move, they might have had opportunity to read about you. And I'm very sure when they now read your name, wow. So at least young lady said
it is true. Exactly.
That's not discouraged. And
yes.
They have seen it.
Yes.
So now this is just an encouragement to that just keeps moving and keep on moving and moving. And when you keep moving, you said it in your statement the other time. Directly or indirectly, it was just saying this popular expression that when getting good, I mean, when going get tough, only the tough get going. You get now. So from that expression too, you were like, okay, you were just tough with it and keep going. So now, this is to tell you, see, I wouldn't know what has been your encounters with people, the challenges you might have had with people. But the essential truth is just that here and where you are is not where you are going. So you are going places. You are going higher. That's what keeps you moving. Just keep doing it. Now it's on that the association called ANA, the Association of Nigerian Authors. So there is a scheme that is for the teen authors like you to encourage, to motivate you, even at all you have peers around who could actually not be there to motivate you. Just believe that the association, ANA, is there to motivate you. The association is a platform for you to continue on your career. You said it the other time that some are just, they are after their career, but you are after your what? Your talent. And from the expression of my organ the other time, it's really easy. They said no writer writes in vacuum. You get now? And when you said it, everything was just connected. You said it that you write with your heart. And in your work, it's obvious that you write with your heart. And just as you used, most of the words and most of the things you wrote about are actually beyond what one could actually say. You see, sometimes, how you know it's a talent is that sometimes you begin wondering that the young lady like this writing like this. So what knowledge, what idea does he have, and what even knowledge does he have about the love, ugly ass? But then it also is a talent in you. That's a talent in you. So, and you are given to express for people to read about. A number of people will read from what you put down.
Sorry.
And when they read from what you put down, they benefit from what you put down. So it is you now. So you are a God sent. So it is you now with what God has sent you. So believe that God has sent you is strongly behind you. And I feel that the more reason why God actually brought you connected with the association, the Association of Nigerian Authors. So now I see you as one among the teen authorship that we want to constitute. So automatically the teen authorship we are talking about, as we are body of the ESCO of ANA in Osun State, so you are also a body in Osun State too. And that's just the beginning. So that every young writers like you, that's why the ANA, the Association of Nigerian Authors, make that scheme, exist to encourage the young writers. I tell you something. When you came out, I was like, we said you have written 3 books. We said you have written 3 books. All the thing is just that. But then, you see, it might be somehow, but then you have written 3 books. Then I was expecting you to come out with the books. You indeed came out with the books, but the books that are written in the book. Higher education, system is big notes. They are books. So that means as a young writer, you still need the help.
Exactly.
You still need the help. Because some fantastic things that you have written here, if it has been published, number of people that benefit from it.
Exactly.
So meaning what you have been doing now, you still need to continue. Yes. So you do not give up. from the way you use it. Don't give up. You still need to continue. So keep participating. You need to continue. So that all these books that you have written now, it must go in a proper book that can actually be obtained at various bookshops, not only in Nigeria but all over the world. You get now. So the more reason why you also need a platform like this. So fine, indeed, there are books and books that are waiting for publication. So that's why the platform, the association creates that scheme for the teen authors. You get that? So, and aside that, to make it, you see, to make it more popular and even what we are doing, the association is also intending to have book party. Book party in the sense that to encourage the writers and even potential writers. Then we are together like a party of the writers. And thank God, you see, when we say a party of the writers, sometimes I tell people when they see us like writers, then they look at us that, you see, the writers are being party. I tell you, those that are not writers, I've seen a number of people out there who are also forming one group or the other, being one party in one way or the other, which we could say as not as futuristic as this.
Exactly.
You get now?
Yes.
So education will not die. When we say education, people will still be reading, and there is this saying which shows that readers are leaders. You get now? So you make the readers by you writing, by your write-up, by your writing work. And that's why if the writers are not existing, so then what would the readers read? And what will make the leaders? So for as long as we still have the country, the government, and we are going to have people that constitute that government who are going to be leaders. So directly or indirectly, what you are doing is what will make the readers, that the readers will become leaders.
Exactly.
Somebody will read from what you publish, and that person will pick it. Now look at it. My brother has been mentioning so many authors.
Yes.
So also your name will be mentioned.
Yes.
So now what you are doing is just as you are, when others are just like, they are just wasting your time. They don't know what it means to be a writer. It is never, because writers will not die. You get your handwork, but somebody will tell another person about your handwork. And that person that was not even existing when you published, when you wrote, will say, I know and I heard about so person. So that shows that what you are doing is life. You get, so just keep motivated, just keep doing it. So we are having the book party at least to celebrate the writers too, who come together that write books and publish one thing or the other. If those that are holding on to something that is not as substantial as what we are holding on to begin party out there. So how much less we the writer? So we're having books party whereby we use the opportunity to learn more and at the same time to appreciate and at the same time to encourage one another who are writers and to motivate one another too, like, oh fine, we are also doing something worthy and we shouldn't be shy about what we are doing. Now fine, the number of young ones out there always say that who school help, please, who school help, it's helping seriously. So as you are now, I mentioned something the other time when I was in Abuja. We were in Abuja then. professors who have achieved, who have made it, number of professors in the university. So as you are, what's this guy's name?
Yes, sir.
He came all the way from Ghana. One young guy like this that came to perform that.
I don't know his name.
I forgot his name. He was invited, and you see, you need to see. So it's not a function of the size of the body. It's a function of what is
Of chess. Right.
that you are giving out, and that will actually make you mingle with great men. So what makes you mingle with the great men? What makes you mix up with the great people is the greatness that is coming out from you. So do not be discouraged and see the platform as a platform that will help. And I will just probably wrap everything up like this. My Oga mentioned Valerie Fagola the other time. I end my speech with that when Valerie Fagola was invited to talk here, he said something in the Yoruba adage. He said, "Oh, what do you do? Agbalagba o ṣe kí ni o walk away." He now said, "But what we now need now is just that as our body will do pepper, tita agbalagba o walk away." So they both, the old and the young, now need to walk hand in hand to achieve something great. So if our body will do pepper, tita agbalagba dey walk away, then let Omode that his hand can enter into what? Kiribi. Bring something out of the what? Of the Kiribi. And the Omode that the hand cannot touch pepper, let Agbalagba bring something out from pepper. And everybody now what? Join hands to what? Together to achieve something. So the more reason why we're having team partnerships that you come on stage, you come on board, and we work together. So thank you very much.